Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. A little midday money on a Thursday, January 19th. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell here if you're watching on the YouTube channel. We got a Facebook page too. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow. The free picks will always be posted on the Twitter ahead of time. Again, link in the chat for the Believe, baby, because we are, well, not we. Well, I guess it's we because you're here with me. And if people listen, they'll hear me say your name in the chat. And I mentioned the other day. Okay, so it's on like Amazon, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Apple, iHeart, all those channels. And I told you, we got 18 people in France. We got 18 downloads out of France. 18 Canadians, my friends to the north, my Canadian bacon friends and maple syrup. Thank you very much. And of course, 3 brave souls in Colombia tuning in, even though I don't have soccer here. I appreciate you listening, Colombia. I guess I'll try to get soccer. We need Ray Reddington. Ray was my soccer guy here in the chat. He's missing in action. But yeah, so the link is over there for you. And also, I'm going to throw in a little swag link there for the if you want the little llama. And why wouldn't you want a llama sweatshirt? If you didn't notice, the headset's great. It's got a little chain around its neck too. Awesome. I enjoy that. And as always, I'm going to throw in here, why not, since it's basically, what, we got 2 weeks of football left, 3 weeks of NFL. I'll put the link to my weekly pass, promo code NFL, $31.20 for a week of my plays. And that includes, you do it today, you get 13 college basketball games. Not too shabby. I don't know. That's there if you're interested in that. Again, Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. The tweets are out there. The tweets are out there with all the free picks. Come on, give me a follow. All right, let's get to it. Our little daily recap of yesterday's stuff. I got a sneeze coming on now. Got the mute button right in time. All right, let's do our little yesterday recap here. So 3-2 in the video with college basketball, 107 and 92 plus 255. Premiums go 5-2. We'll take it. 33 games over 500, 287, 254 with our college basketball. That's pretty good. Hockey winner, Ottawa, 18 and 25, but plus 150 in the chat here, but still have a small losing season on the sites here, 41 and 53. So we're under 500 with our ice. Lakers go down in the video, 24 and 27, minus 290 there. So still a little work to do in the video. And again, premiums, we're just, 14 and 15 with our premium picks. Not a lot of NBA. We say this often here. NBA for me, we'll talk about that in a minute. NFL, we have for the weekend here, right? We have our Chiefs first half, Eagles 7.5, and the props, but the props are underneath. We're not going to go back over all the props. Today's picks. So we have Rutgers, college basketball again, 107.92 in a video for midday money. Not bad here. Rutgers plus 3, Maine plus 12, Sam Houston minus 5, Omaha plus 9.5, and Arizona State plus a 5 there. NBA, we're going to run to the Sixers. I did this yesterday with Hannah on the Picks Parlays free picks. So we're going to keep that one here just because it's out there. I didn't bet the Sixers. NBA today, there's not a lot. I was thinking about the Celtics. I don't want to lay 6 here with the Celtics. And no Tim today, so we're not going to have a Tim NBA. But yeah, we'll get to all the picks in a second. We'll get to the comment section. I gotta say, so real fast, I guess this will be I'm not even going to label it as a rant today. So like the NBA, 24 and 27 with our video picks here. 14 and 15 that I've bet on the site and personally. And I was talking to someone today. We're just talking about, money management and betting games. And he said, "Oh, your Lakers yesterday. I couldn't believe you bet the Lakers of all NBA teams." I'm like, yeah, I just, I thought it was a decent spot. But as I say, beginning year for NBA, it's NFL and college football season. Two sports I win at a much higher rate than NBA. I should, and that's, is it based on more NFL and college football picks, and then it rolls right into college basketball where I'm strong early in the season, so I just ignore the NBA because once the college hoop season dies down in March, right, championship games ever first, so at the end of March, I'm rolling into baseball, which I love, and just to bet on. So where do I really need NBA for the May and June playoff time, which is fine, which I know guys aren't going to be taking load management days. I know people love the NBA. It is just I don't know. For me, I'll stick with what's making me money. Stick what makes you money. Michael in the chat. Good morning. Welcome on into the show. Canes is in the house. What do you say here? 305. Possibility that all games this weekend in the playoffs go over. Chiefs over 53. Eagles 48. Bills 48. Niners 46. Think. So, my opinion on these games. The Chief game. Right, they were up early on these guys, 20-0. We know the Jags could score a little bit. KC could score a little bit. Preliminary, I'd say yes to the over here. I'm not a lover of the Chiefs defense. We know the Jags are leaky at best. So, yes, over there. A Philly game, I would be more inclined to go under based on Eagles defense. Giant strength is running the ball, which plays right into the Eagles defense. And Hurts does not look 100%. I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under the 48 there. Bills over. Again, here's a spot. I don't know. It looks easy enough to say. You got two great quarterbacks. But, I think since he could be run on, Allen likes to run. They got running backs. Turns the clock a little bit. Now, are they explosive plays? And it's Burrow putting up points fast because he's throwing the ball, and Buffalo running it and then hitting a deep shot. That one to me would be more of an under. And the Niners game. So this is a little tricky for me. As great as Dallas looked last week, it's against a bad Tampa team. Tampa's not a good team. Dallas has a good offense. Niners got a really good defense. Niners offense, what they put up like 31 a game with Purdy there? I mean, they're having a better than him than Garoppolo putting up offense. Now Dallas defense, short week, another road game. And not only just another road game, what is this, like their third or fourth road game, I believe, in a row? If we go back to the end of the regular season, right? Because they were San Fran, Tampa Bay, Washington, Tennessee before that. 4 straight road games. I want to lean under that Niner game. T-Money, good afternoon, my guy. How are you today? I felt bad, T-Money. I was talking. I'll get to this one in a second, T-Money. And I hate getting a conversation and a message before the show. Because I was like taking a shower. I'm like, listen, man, we're not. I felt like we're not in the gym. I feel weird talking to somebody, some other guy when I'm naked, texting you. This doesn't, I don't know. It seems sanitary. Best bets, T-Money. Kraken over 6.5. I'm right on Rio Grande. 4.5 at money line, even though they are 1-6 on the road. Like, I'm never going to say no to money line dogs and plus money. Rio. I got to find Rio. I'll get to that in a second. Let's pull up your Kraken first. They're playing New Jersey tonight, right? 6.5. I don't know about. I was sort of leaning New Jersey here. I ended up not putting a pick in the chat. Although I was leaning to the Wild here again. Over to 6.5. I don't know. I got nothing on that one. I got nothing. And Rio is playing Arlington. 4.5. So this one hasn't moved. I mean, I don't mind it. It is a dog. A kid from my son's high school got a basketball scholarship to Rio. Michael taking Arizona -7 versus USC off embarrassing loss to Oregon. I don't think USC is good. Yeah, good spot for Arizona there, I think, in a bounce back. But as I said, I have Arizona State in the chat, and like I mentioned last night to Hannah versus UCLA, the Bruins have Arizona on deck. So you think they take care of USC here, and I took the points with Arizona State thinking it would be a little flatter spot since they have the bigger Wildcats on deck. This one I don't hate because it is off such a terrible loss. I just couldn't play it based on who they have up next, but you're right. We had Oregon in the chat here, so. T-Money, my new favorite fast time are fading the Lakers. That was just dumb of me, T-Money. I've been anti-Lakers for a long time. Dumb by me. Michael, Celtics first quarter. They got embarrassed by the Warriors last time out. I want to take them full game. I feel like the Warriors are going to start winning road games. I feel like it's going to return to the mean. Maybe. I mean, I guess beating the Spurs gets you on track. I mean, you have 5 wins. I guess 5-17 does look terrible. The line's 6.5, bouncing around there. Again, this is why I don't like the NBA. I don't like the NBA. I mean, look at this crap today. I mean, honestly, I got the Sixers. And I said, Sixers in the chat. And I thought Sixers because you know what? They've won a couple on the road. They're still on the road. Sacramento next. Portland's got the Lakers. More important game, I guess, than playing Philly. Again, NBA. No. Michael, Rutgers. I want to go Rutgers today, but ranked team getting points for some unranked team. Yeah, but you got to look at it. Are they ranked? Because some polls they're ranked, some polls they're not ranked. So look at that part of it too. And I'm a Rutgers guy. I like Rutgers. They're a tough squad. I love Izzo. I don't know. Sean Austin coming in. Kings and Devils money line almost seems too good to be true. At -130 on both. I do like the Devils. I thought the Devil line. I said I kind of lean towards them there, and the Kings against Dallas. Is it wrong? I kind of like the under in that one. I don't mind either of those though, Sean. Randy's coming in. James Madison. What's that? EWC. What's that? Eastern, Western Carolina. What I got? West. I got to figure that one out. EWC. Well, I can find James Madison easy enough. That one's an easier one to find. Let's start with James Madison. Where are these guys? Troy, 740 in your rotation. Were they a little dog today? It's one. It was 2 last night. I mean, I'm not in a spot like this. I'd probably lean more to the home team. Cleveland State. I think I did bet Cleveland State today. If my memory serves me right, +4.5. I bet them. Towson. I want to take NC A&T here. The line keeps going up. The line keeps going up. I got this line at like a 3. I'm maybe a little biased towards A&T. I do like Townsend, the team I'm high on. I do have a mark next to Townsend, but now it's 6. I don't really love it at all. Stephen F. Austin getting points from Sam Houston. I kind of like the other way in that one. NC Wilmington versus Hofstra. Oh, boy. Let's head out to the CAA. Yeah, see, automatically I'd probably lean a little Hofstra here at 3. Hofstra got him last year by 2. Wilmington by 6. Hofstra just got crushed by Townsend. I'm going to lean a little Pride here. That's 4. They're 4.5, huh? That was a 3.5 last night. Okay. Oh, boy. Maybe more reason to like Hofstra. Sixers, yes. Dave's in the house. Good morning. T-Money, I don't know. You took my team. All my friends took LA, and I took Sacktown. Well, speaking of which, you said all your friends were on LA. Makes sense. Oh, you know what I didn't even mention here? I had to bring up. I'll bring it up right now. So, Indiana State. Yes, I had Indiana State. The whole chat was on Indiana State. Loser. You mentioned. I just brought that up because we were talking about the Lakers. The people like the Lakers. Everybody's on in the chat. Not a good sign. The Carm, though, easy winner on Cincy yesterday. Yeah, they covered that by 16. So the Carm, if you're listening, I like to usually do that right out of the gate. I totally forgot. The Carm. Cincy could play. I like New Jersey as well, but Seattle games are always ridiculous. Yeah, I just look at, for the hockey, it's a line where, Kraken are playing, they've won 8 of 10, and the line went from even to them to plus money. I'll take, that's just, to me, when I see a line move like that, I don't think average daily let's have fun bettors are betting Devils Kraken on overnight lines. Person who bet that is somebody that say, "Oh, I kind of respect that." People are betting the Kraken at home as a dog plus money. That's New Jersey or nothing for me. Knicks coming in. Sixers tonight. Eagles Saturday night are pretty much guaranteed wins. Here we go. Nick. Sixers. Philly. Guarantee wins. What time is it at? 17. We'll say 17:55. In case I have to come back to a screenshot on this if the Portland wins by 30 tonight. Canes. Your thoughts on creating the Christmas Llama Santa hat t-shirt this year for Christmas? We could do a Christmas llama yes. You want the Christmas llama on the shirt for Christmas? Pump those out. Christmas in July sales for the Christmas llama. 418 music. What do we got here? Utah over Washington. Arizona State plus the points. I'm assuming this is. I'm pulling up the Pac-12. I don't think Washington was the college game. I figured that was a NBA matchup. Washington, Utah. Is that what it is? I mean, Utah minus 3 over Washington. Oh, here it is. College hoops. Utah, Washington. I thought Utah would be a little better, believe it or not, this season. What do I got this at? It doesn't move the needle either way for me. I would lean Washington just on, Utah's not playing good. They've dropped 3 in a row. I mean, I know who these guys here for Washington. Are these guys contributors here? I mean, their leading scorer is probable. That could be a problem if that guy's out. I don't know. Not loving that game, 418. Arizona State, though, yes. Ninjas in the house. Kennesaw Stetson, 2.5 or over to 141? I like a little Stetson Hatters. I thought I put Stetson in the chat. I guess I did not. Take Stetson. I got Stetson. I bet a minus 1.5 last night. Ninja. Eric. Hey, Higgs, I want to dog it up the NFL. Big shock. I mean, you got Cincinnati. Fine. Right? I mean, I think they got a lot to. Why is this game not on a neutral field? I don't get it. So Kansas City's game next week could be a neutral. Speaking of which, Kansas City Jags, you want to take, you're getting 8, basically almost double digits. Sure. Giants in a division matchup. I, we'll get back to this one. Let's just do Cowboys. So Cowboys line's been bouncing around 4.5, 3s, 4s, 3.5s. Yeah, I think if you take 4 dogs, you're right. If you're going to take the dogs, Eric, I'd say just money line them all and hope for a couple upsets to get you plus money. The Giant one, though, I think is the trickiest because I got the Eagles here minus 7.5. What do we see? My thoughts were, oh, Giants, look at them. They're hot. They beat Minnesota. They played Philly tough their last game. Backups all over. Hurts has not looked good. I see taking the Giants. I also think the Giants coming in on they're 3-5 down the stretch with a tie. I think the Giants' strength is running the ball. I think that Eagles' strength on defense is stopping that. I just think the Giants are a public dog. That's all I hear, a lot of Giant talk. But I think if you take all 4 dogs on a money line, I think you can't get hurt. I don't think they're going 0-4. T-Money, NBA is its own worst enemy. It could be even bigger than it is. They keep this playing tournament garbage and load matches. Listen, don't get me started, T-Money. It's a whole nother show of me bashing the NBA. Les Myers, good morning, brother. Thoughts on Indy, Illinois over the 145. What do I got on this total? This is so it's 146.5 last night. I think the Hoosiers last game, let me pull it up. The defense comes out to play 63-45. Again, before that, Indiana was a bit of a funk, right? And this team was thought of to be sneaky kind of good this year. Like, oh, maybe they win the Big Ten. Yeah, they had lost 6 of 8. I'm going to lean over here, believe it or not. This is I don't know. 140. I would rather lean Indiana, take the points in a total in this one, believe it or not. Sorry, I don't have a better graph. I'm looking at it. It's a pass for me. Michigan State today at home. Michigan under an NHL Winnipeg game. So Michigan State versus Rutgers. Again, I do have Rutgers right here in the chat. That being said, the old ranked versus unranked. It was 1. It's up to 3. But again, it's when I do these, and normally I always stick to them, right? I say this all the time. You can't pick and choose your spots. Sparty, to me, I think they're missing one of their guys is out for today. And Rutgers, again, maybe it's my Jersey bias coming in. My Jersey Mike's Arena bias coming into Rutgers. I do like them. I like the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights, the Scarlet Knights. Excuse me. Got hockey on my mind because I see NHL after Michigan. So under Michigan, 142. Is that correct here? 750 hasn't moved for the Michigan game. No movement on game. I would lean under there as well. Okay, we could do that. Winnipeg game under the Jets in Toronto. Okay, Winnipeg hasn't been scoring that much. We're going to go under there. I get it. Kraken, I do lean to the dog, so I'm going to think over there. And this, oh boy, here comes another kiss of death here. Sixers -2. Wow. Dave, I got Sixers in the chat. I can't even erase it now. Between Nick coming in here and saying Sixers are basically a guaranteed win and you saying -2, wow. Take Portland, everybody. Take Portland. Marcos, hitting the like button. Thank you. Eric, Jags, though, are a problem. They're 9th life, though. Yeah, they're but I do, Kansas City defense, I don't think it's all that great shakes. But now you have a young quarterback on the road. Kansas City's a tough place to play. I know the Chiefs really don't run too much. They're more of a short pass kind of team. I mean, Mahomes had what, 5,000 yards passing? Jags slowing that down? It's tough, 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 tough. Tease it up. I mean, take the Giants and the Jags. You want to do a teaser? You bump them up over double digits. Dave, are Cowboys on short rest weird if they could pull it out? I don't be weird. I mean, again, Purdy's been awesome. I get it. He's still a rookie quarterback. And Quinn's not bad DC. Wasn't a bad head coach. I mean, we got a guy on defense who could do a lot of things there. Guys, awesome Parsons. It's gonna be a good game. I mean, if you think Debo, CMC, and Killer are good, well, why wouldn't you think Pollard's good or CeeDee Lamb or Dak? You want to throw Zeke in that? The guy scores when he's in the red zone. We've seen Gallup make plays. I mean, I think this. I don't say they're evenly matched. I can't really say that because Dak had some bad games in a row. Purdy has yet to have a bad game. And we got Michael around here somewhere. What is the San Fran plan here? I hear Brady to San Fran. You got rid of Garoppolo for Trey Lance, who took you to an NFC Championship game that you led by 10 points in the fourth quarter, much like the year before when you led by 10 points in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. And the coach, so you got rid of that guy. He takes you to Super Bowls. You bring in a rookie who was terrible. The team gets excited that Garoppolo's there. Obviously, he's not coming back. And then you have a quarterback who could very well, if they win this weekend, they're favored. Let's say they win. They take you to a championship game. So we're going to give him the boot. Garoppolo's leaving. I mean, Garoppolo, I'm like, you guys didn't want me. He'll be on the Jets. And then you're stuck with, you want to bring in Brady? Brady, Lance, and Purdy, who took you to a championship game even if he loses this week. You get rid of him for a year of Brady? I don't get it. I don't know how I got into. I guess we're just talking about underdogs. David, that's why I brought it up because we're talking about short week. That's why I got to the Niners game. Let's see what happens. Maurice is in the house. Good afternoon. 418 Music, College, Utah. Watched it. I found it. I know. I found it. Marcos, Rutgers, Michigan State, 3-point spread. I like Rutgers. Geo, Old Dominion. I would lean towards OD here. Again, did not bet it. Cleveland State, I did bet plus 4.5. Big Waves is here. Good afternoon. Sampling NCAA women's basketball, 5-0. Let's go. Zags, Houston, Huskies minus. Zags minus 18 over Houston. Huskies 2 over Iona. 15 easy 3-teamer. Are they called the Houston Huskies? Hey, Big Waves, get it. I mean, it's hard enough for me just doing men's when there's 300 teams. I can't get into women's. Maurice, dogs are barking today. Michigan plus 2 against the Terps. Like the under there. Arizona State, yes. Oregon State plus 10.5. Where's that Oregon State game? Look at Stanford. Yeah, I mean, I saw 10.5 last night for that, and I was like, Stanford. Like I remember having Cal as a 9-point dog. They went outright over Stanford. NC Wilmington against Hofstra. I don't know about that one. And Rice, I did bet. I bet Rice last night at 11. I thought I saw a 12 on Rice somewhere. I was at 12 this morning. I thought I put it in the chat, honestly. Who's this? Charlotte Mid-Tenney. All right. Charlotte Mid-Tennessee. Where's Mid-Tennessee? Oh boy, what do I like in this game? Because my number just says blah. Maybe lean Charlotte. I would lean Troy. Stony Northeastern's interesting. because I want to kind of take Stony Brook. The line flipped though. They were a one. Stony was a 1 point fave. Now they're a 1 point dog, aren't they? Are they a dog now, Stony Brook? Hold on, pull up some Stony CAA action. Yeah, they've gone from a dog to a favorite. Northeastern for me, please. So I'm like, why do I have this little mark next to this game? Robertson House. Hello, Sean. Like in Youngstown. Listen, we like the Penguins. I can't lay 15 on the road as bad as the Phoenix are in Green Bay. San Fran Pacific, though. Let's see. 10.5. 10.5. I don't think San Fran's at 10.5 here. I might have to lean a little Tigers. I might have to lean the Tigers here. San Fran's got BYU on deck. Lost 2 in a row. I can't. I mean, 11. I'm sorry. It's gone up. I lean Pacific. Randy Rose, all dog cover except San Fran covers in the NFL. I think we're going to have some decent games this weekend. I'm hoping for some decent games, at least I should say. Marcos. Hofstra. Michigan, Maryland, under. App State, Coastal. App State and Coastal. 2.5 for this now? I guess I would lean a little Appalachian State here. Took Navy and men's yesterday and App State women's with Boston hit both. I'm loving some women's basketball. I had Navy yesterday at men's basketball. Had a nice winning day. I'll take it, big waves. Team money, Indiana going to be good during the tournament. Half their team hurt. Yeah, I mean, I like Indiana today. I mean, I part of me, much like the ranked, unranked kind of thing, when I see bigger schools, a team I kind of like, where the line looks crazy. I mean, I know I probably should be on the Illinois side, and the fact that it went up, right? I think I got 7. Is it 7.5 now? I don't even know what the new line is. David, Southern Miss in college hoops. They got South Alabama, the Jaguars, and Southern Miss putting together a little run here. Huh? Nice little team they got going on. What do we got here? I can go Southern Miss. I mean, Bama got them last year by a 30 in December. Holy cow. That kind of stings a bit. I could I'll lean here. You want to do Southern Miss? Let's get it, Dave. Detroit led me. Michigan State money line, but I don't like it against Rutgers, says Detroit Landing. Listen, I mean, I got Rutgers at a bad number last night, +1. I thought Rutgers would not that they'd be the favorite, but I thought maybe someone said they're ranked. Now it's up to 3. People are at Michigan State. I don't know. Rutgers 3 for me. Rutgers is a tough little bunch. I'm a little biased towards them. Michael, thoughts on Loyola Marymount Gonzaga? I want to take Marymount. Gonzaga, I mean, 15 points here. Come on. This isn't vintage Gonzaga. Fake Gonzaga. That's my opinion. I mean, as I mentioned, they have BYU on deck. Right? Take Marymount here. Let's see, head to head. What did we do last year? Gonzaga by, what's that, 34, 20, 19, 17, 13, 18, 14, 30, 19, 30. Right. No, excuse me. BYU has Pacific on deck. Excuse me, Gonzaga has Pacific. Who did I talk? Oh, San Fran has BYU. That was San Fran. I'm sorry. Um, Either way, I'm going to get 15 and a half points with Marymount. Let's go. Thank you, everyone, for the Portland play yesterday. On the what was Portland yesterday? Oh, for today, you're thanking. What was the game yesterday? It was like that too. In NBA, yeah. I mean, everybody's going to be on the Sixers today. Take those Trailblazers, David. No bad on the Sixers. I just grinded. Hard to believe they're only given two. Exactly. It does look good. They've won 3 in a row. And again, doing a free pick, I'm looking at the matchups. I'm like, all right, they won 3 in a row. They got Sacramento up after this. It's not like they're going to mail one in and be like, let's get that guy out of here and I'm playing back to Philly. No, you still got a game here. You still got a game. And Portland has the Lakers who a little more, conference division kind of stuff like that. I just think it's a matchup. And the six, Maxi's back. Harden and Embiid's looking like a MVP kind of guy. I get it. Did I bet this game? No. The fact that everybody loves him in the chat here as well, Dave, that just worries me. T-Money, I think Lance won't even be back. Oh, you think Lance won't even be a good backup quarterback? I noticed the coaches who are good coaches on the field can't pick good draft picks and vice versa. Only in NFL, Brady and San Fran would be good. No, he would not. Stop. I mean, that's fine. You want to want to sign Brady? Let's be honest. If Brady's going to go anywhere, he's going to the Raiders with Josh McDaniels, his OC in New England. That's where he'll be. Take the great Rutgers in the over. I do like Rutgers, baby. Over at COC, College of Charleston. College of Charleston might put up 100, huh? Take the great. I got to write that down. Take the great. Take the great. I mean, you're throwing out COC for 100 points. Stony, yes. Troy, yes. Youngstown. We like the Penguins. Mike, I'm a Raiders fan. I hate the Niners. That being said, I did like the Niners versus the boys, but all this love they're getting makes me want to take. I think you're going to hear Dallas just because they had a good game versus a bad Tampa. I mean, I had Dallas last week, and I said that in look at lines. Dallas. Tampa Bay hasn't been good all year. They've shown up offensively on a couple plays. They're a bad team. So should this line maybe be a 5 or instead of a 3 or a 5? I don't know. Yeah, Purdy's been great. 30-something, right? What's he put up? 31 points a game since he's been in QB? The defense is good. Can't say nothing about this defense. The bad thing with Dallas is, again, as I mentioned, this is what, their 3rd straight road game? 4th straight, right? Tennessee, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Washington. So this is, 4 in a row. That's the tough spot. That's the tough spot because Monday night, you get in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're on a plane on Friday, heading out again. But again, you probably get adrenaline pumped up. It's the playoffs. He's writing you off. And I want to say, Dak's getting all cranked up. Right? You see him on the sideline. The player's like, oh, my God, go for 2. Dude, was the defense or were the guys getting mad when you were throwing pick sixes? Come on, man. The guy had a bad game. He had a horrible game. Come on. You led the league in interceptions with Davis Mills. Mason and Machiavelli really like Michigan State money line today. I'm not hating Michigan State. I lean Rutgers. I kind of like Rutgers. That's just my Jersey bias. But I'm not going to say, at least you're doing money line. You don't have to worry about points. You just got to pull out a win. James is in the house. Love this dog. Comes in here with the sunglasses on. Iceman McPherson, what do you say? Everybody's saying the Sixers is a lock, so I just refinanced my house and put $100,000 down on Portland. Hope you're all right. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Eric, Buy it or Sixers bet. I didn't bet the Sixers. It was a free pick video I did yesterday with Hannah, and I put it in the chat because I try to always put a pick out, and I don't know why, because putting a pick out a day ahead of time or 8-10 hours ahead of time is extremely difficult in the NBA. And that's why I say, if you like something and I didn't bet it, don't. I didn't bet it for a reason. I didn't like it. You're ready to put your money down on a bet. Do not let me talk. Hey, listen, if I'm on the other side and I say, well, I bet this game, and most of the time, 90% of the time, these games, more than 90%, are games that not only I bet, they're up on a premium site there. I'm winning free picks. They are what they are. Sometimes they're not, though. You know, the NBA, 24/27 video, I try to find a game every day to put out, like something I kind of like. Obviously, it's not my strong point. It's not. I'm 14-15, down $8 on the year for NBA. I'd love to be super in every sport. But as I said earlier in the show, man, NFL college football is going when the season starts up. And, when you're hitting 63, 64% NFL, I'm not really worried about anything else. And then I get college basketball. Having a nice little season. You see it in the chat. We're up a little bit here, and we're 30 games over 500 on the premium side of things. We're a month away from conference tournaments, and I got baseball. I mean, the NBA. Eric says, Iceman, go opposite. Go opposite of the. Wait a second. He's going to be on Portland. He's going opposite because the chat's on the Sixers. James says, Oakland to cover. Thoughts and thank you. The Grizzlies of Oakland. Where are they? Here they are. Who do you got? IUPUI on the road lane, double digits. Listen, IUPUI fits the narrative. IUPU stinky. They're a horrendous team. 3-16, but yet they're 8-9 covering the spread. And I'm not running a bet a team that itself is poor spread wise. They're 6-12. They have 2 road wins. Is this a team you really want to bet on? I know the IUPUI is bad. Do we really want to go and jump on a team that's, honestly, their numbers are not that much better? I would lean to the ugly dog here with IUPU stinky. Fernando's in the house. Good morning, my friend. Ricketts is here. Welcome, my guy. How are you? Eastern Washington. So I looked at this one here against Northern Colorado because I kind of want to take Northern Colorado here to 2. But Eastern's won 8 in a row. Northern Colorado has got a win, but had 7 in a row losses. It just looks a little odd, that 2. I'm like, Northeastern, Stony. We like Stony Brook. Kansas City. I'll do some UMKC with you. I think I like them a little bit. Let me find them. I'm pretty sure I put a little mark next to that game. Where is it? I got to pull it up on the board to find it. Nope, I got it here. Who do you got? North Dakota? Yes. Tennessee Tech against Little Rock. I thought Little Rock was going to be a lot better than they were this year. I mean, if you want to take Tennessee Tech, sure. Where's that game played? I thought Little Rock's roof collapsed. Queens, I'm not loving Queens here. I like a little Ospreys out of North Florida. That's the thing with Rutgers. That's why, it's just, and Michigan State's always a good team. But I just, for what it is, sometimes you look at something and say, I kind of like it, and I don't like doing that with top 25 matchups because, and I didn't even know they were ranked. I didn't know Rutgers was ranked. I just thought, I saw a short line of Rutgers +1. I figured everybody bet Michigan State because they're at home. Hawks, Dallas. Everyone bet Dallas. Hawks, baby. Was that yesterday? I said that, Michael. In fact, remember, I was like, that line was 2. Looked a little low. And yet I gave out the stupid Lakers instead. Terrible, terrible, terrible by me. If you write it down, now they won't cover. Now they won't get 100 for the College of Charleston. More silica. Yeah, Monmouth is bad. I said last night I thought that line would be 20. It opened at 18. The Hawks of Monmouth. That's some pretty girls down there in Monmouth, though. Yes, they do. Michael. I know the Raiders getting Brady, and I'm sad. Hopefully, we go 3-14. I really want Caleb Williams for USC. Yeah, I mean, what? I get teams kind of want to get a rookie quarterback, franchise, new start. I mean, this team was a playoff team last year, and we're in a tank. We're hoping to go 3-14 to get a. Michael, I will say for all those who want to bury Brett Maher, he did have a really good season. Former sex, it is, and I thought it was that. And I said I was out with Fernando. We were watching the game over at Bombshells. I said after the third one, you think he'd be like and smile like I don't know what's happening. Like, I get it. You're like, oh my god, 4 in a row, 3 in a row, 2 in a row. But then it's kind of like, where's the smile? But like, I can't even believe it. Like what? I mean, you got to laugh it off. You can't. If you're not going to laugh, I guess you're going to cry. It was just. How about this week when he kicks like a 54-yarder to win it? And here's the thing with that, though. If they're, it's going to be 4th and 2 from the 33, maybe they go for it down 7-0. And then it's a stop. It changes the whole complex of the game. Are they going to roll him out? If San Fran scores first and it's 7-0, 3-0, whatever it is, and they're on it's going to be like a 38, 40-yard field goal, are they going to trot him out? I think you have to. I think you have to trot him out. And then, listen, if he shanks it there, then you're in trouble. Because then you know what? San Fran knows you're going for it every down. You don't have a choice. You got to go for it. Because at that point, the guy's done. You're going for 2. You're going to go for 2 every time. I remember, didn't Pittsburgh do that a couple years ago? They just went for 2 every time. St. Mary's over Pepperdine. I want to take the 12, although Mary's is pretty tough. I think Mary's will knock off, or at least cover versus Gonzaga sometime this year, Brian. I don't want to lay 12 on the road, though. Oral, yes. Brian, take Oral Roberts. No. Yes, North Florida's undefeated at home. Tate the Great. Queens is good, yes, but why? Again, this is a spot where the line comes down. I don't see Joe better. I mean, unless this is on. It's one thing you come into a show like mine. I got like Maine in the chat. I throw out smaller schools sometimes here, right? I mean, who is again was North Florida mentioned somewhere to bring this line down 2 points? This is where sometimes it's better. You don't have to play the game. You could step away, write it down. Write down the ones like this that are kind of like weird to you. Not just you, Tate. I know I got Tate's name up here. But folks, you see something like that, write down the games. And I know your first instinct will be like, oh, I lost. If I would have bet, I would have won. Everybody thinks about the money they would have won. They never forget like it could have lost. The money they would have lost. You're like, I didn't bet it. Write it down. I was saying to somebody, I said, people have never bet before. Sports betting is legal in a state, whether they're 22, 32, 72. They never bet. Now all of a sudden they want to bet every day. They can't wait a week. Write down your plays. If you can't wait a week and see how you did and say, add them up at the end of the week, like, oh, I would have won $104. I would have lost $82. I would have won $300. Whatever your bet is. Document it for a week. Just document yourself. I've been saying that for 2 years in here. I don't know if anybody's ever done it. You don't think? Hold on. You don't think the Spartans are pretty good? Hold on a second. Come on. Where's Michigan State here? Let's go through. Do I got some records here? Where are the records for this team? Let's check out their seasons. Last year, 23-13. Second round tournament. 15-13 before that. That's a crazy COVID year. We'll give it a, you know, 22-19 in the COVID season. Those 2 years, I give it just wackiness. The year before that, 32-7 Final Four, 30-5, 20-15, 29-6, 27-12, 29-9, 27-9, 29-8, 19-15, going back to 2010. 28-9, 31-7, 27-9, 23-12, 22-12, 26-7, 18-12, 22-13, 19-12, 28-5, Final Four, champion 32-7, 33-5, again, final, Izzo starting out pretty good. Sweet 16, Final Four, champion, Final Four. I mean, this is a perennial 27-win team, let's call it. I mean, the COVID year, 22-9 and 15-13, the year after the COVID year. I've said it before, those kind of years are just odd duckling years. How can you not say they're not good? T-Money, I love Queens at first, but I can see them losing close ones, so I left them. Yeah, I mean, I like North Florida. I didn't bet it. I mean, the Queens stand. I understand want to do the Queens game because people kind of like them. We've had them in here a few times. We've had them more than a few times. Oh, here comes this spam. But that doesn't mean we just bet them every time. We don't have to bet them every time. And in this spot, my number has us at a pick 'em, and it was 2.5 to open. I didn't. Again, did I bet it? No. I just, it's not one. Could we bet it? I got 13 games today. I could have bet it, yes. It just was not strong enough to get there. I mean, again, we could write them down, almost make it, close calls. You're going to have it. You're going to have days. I mean, Saturday college basketball, there's going to be 130 games. I can't bet 70. Devontae Smith's in the house. Greetings from Cleveland. Thanks for coming in, fella. Dave, good afternoon, Higgs. I like the Celtics first quarter in the game. Someone else like that, I don't mind it. I don't mind taking. Now I got to pop into the, what's it here to get rid of the spammer. Sixers tonight is my NBA, although people seem to like it. So, again, I did not bet the Sixers. It's just a free pick here. I try to NBA I don't love. I'll repeat myself. Rutgers, Maine, Sam Houston, Omaha, Arizona State is college picks. If you want to take Boston, I don't mind. I mean, we have a 5-win Warrior team on the road. Seaport, 4 minutes extra points like going 0-6 on a betting day. You just have to take it as a bad day, come back, play your best. Yeah. And they happen. Although I think an 0-6 day happens a little more than the kickers going 0-4. I mean, that was historically terrible performance. Queens on the road is by the line, so I can see Queens getting beat. I agree. James S., that's what I do if I have a few days. I'm not doing so hot. I'll take a step back and just do some mock-up plays for the next few days. Write it down. See what tickles your fancy. Excellent, James. That's what you got to do. I mean, especially on a weekend, if there's a lot of games. Like even today, there was other games I was kind of close on that I didn't end up betting. And I was like, wow, 13. I mean, it's a pretty big schedule. But there's no shame in not betting something, right? Some people haven't bet their whole lives. Now all of a sudden they want to come in and bet every game. You got a first quarter? Who's the first basket? Folks, you're 29. You never bet before. Now you're going to run the bet every day? You don't have to. You're 42 with 2 kids. What are you doing? You never bet before. You missed that. You missed betting for 40 years. You don't got to bet every day. Take the great under Oakland, Northern Kentucky, 141 Grizzles. I'll stick with that. It's come down from 143, so I guess that's the way we're going. Townsend minus the points here against NC A&T. I kind of like A&T a little, Brian. I mean, it's up to 5. I had this more of like a 3-ish kind of game. So I kind of lean A&T, but it's a no play for me there. I almost bet it, and I could. I mean, I have 13 college basketball games today. I could have added a fourth or 14th. It wouldn't have made a difference, but I do lean to the dog. Ricketts, I document every day, Higgs, even the ones I kind of like, and I have two different chart systems that I've come up with to check them. You have to. You have to. Especially in college basketball, as the season progresses, I got a lot of dogs today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dogs today. Some faves. But as we get into mid-January, February, I'm all about like road dogs, conference play. It's just you have to write down your stuff, even the ones you don't like. How'd these work out? The other day, like the ones I didn't want to play, I'm like, I wrote nose to. I think they were like 5 and 2. I'm like, are you kidding me? And the ones I bet that were on the other side of the number that I was looking, like I have a number that I want for a team, right? So the ones that were no, I missed them by like a half. They go 5 and 2. The ones I all bet, I think I went like 2 and 6 on. Come on, hey, man, document your stuff. Write them down. Nathan, do my homework. I'm ready to cash, says Nathan. Let's go, Nate. Or this is Nathan, not Nate. I know there's Tate and Nate. Ricketts, also just started using Ali's money system, but checking 2 other metrics, see if I can cut those losses down. Yeah, you have to. That's why you got to shop around for lines, right? The shopping around the lines, I think people really don't. And I'm a little guilty, right? You go on a sports book, it's you're laying 115s, 120. I'm old school. It was always basically a 110. There was no juice lines. It was always 110, 110, 110. My baseball season, sports capping, 529, 511 plus 35.98. Picks and parlays winning free picks, 522, 523 plus 1823. That's like $1,700. Now, sites, same games, but pushes to a loss to a push instead of a win, it adds up. It adds up. Tate, great. I view Sparty through maize and blue colored lenses. If they don't make the Elite Eight, they stink. Yeah, let's talk about your guys. Yeah, College Charleston is 21 today. It was 18 last night. I was like, I thought it was going to be 20 out of the gate. It was 18. 18. Now it's 21. Saturdays are so many games. Yeah. And I bet I'll have 15, 16 games easy on a Saturday. Sometimes, my kids, sometimes I have 20 games. And I probably leave 20 off. James, seriously, right? I mean, people are out here finding betting for the first time, right? 42 kids. I mean, you never bet before, right? I'm not saying you, because you're up in the on the channel here. People who have never ever bet a lick in their life. Yeah, just let me come in and start. Because then, and again, here we come in with it's rigged, it's fixed, it's scripted. Oh, this is crap. It's the ref. Bro, go back to whatever the heck you're doing. Go to Top Golf. I don't know. Listen, bet it and forget it. Those of you in here, how many times I said in here? Bet it, forget it. Watch the games, dude. My kids are teenagers now. I got my daughter will be 13 next month. My son's 15. Late 2000s. My son's 2, 3, 4, 5. My daughter's baby. You know where my Saturday during September's of college football? I was at Ord Farms out in Chester, New Jersey, riding a tractor, picking a pumpkin, having a cheeseburger cooked by the volunteer fire department, going, feeding cows corn kernels out of my hands. I wasn't watching the games. Bet the games. Get that guy out of the house. Get a life. I mean, especially if you've never bet before or new to betting. What are you doing? UC Arizona 7-point spread, Marcus. Yeah, we hit on this earlier. Arizona off the bad loss to the Ducks. We talked about having a Ducks in here that day. You want to rebound, get rid of that game. UCLA on deck. That's why I got Arizona State in here. Bigger game. I mean, they should win here. I just couldn't bet it because I got Arizona State for the reason Arizona's on deck for UCLA. I figure maybe it's a a flat spot. But Arizona can't have a flat spot. They're off a bad loss. They got to come in and get straight. How about Arizona first half here? Big first half to get things done. And here we go. Again, Arizona USC right afterwards. We just hit on that one. Stephen Porter, do you ever double down on? No, man. Just bet the same. Just bet. Now, you have bankroll. You upgrade your bankroll a little bit. You never just want to keep playing $1 or 500 dimes across the board, whatever you're doing. As your money grows, your bet should grow. I mean, my NFL's, 10 times what I bet on an NBA game. I put an NBA game in, maybe I put $150 on it. I'll put 3, 5, 7, 15,000 on NFL. I'm hitting 60-something% for the entire season. I mean, just compound that out. It's, you're betting a dime on my NFL this year, you'd be up over $50,000. 48,000, $50,000, whatever it is. Michigan smoked Maryland on the first year. Maryland is favored. Wrong team favored. So you like Michigan since they beat them the first time. That's the way we're really going there. We don't see teams split home and home in college hoops. No less. I mean, we talk about these records of college basketball because here comes January 1st. The team's 15-1 and they've played nobody. They played nobody. Warriors or Celtics, no Jaylen Brown. Really, that line's still a 6? I just can't. I mean, the Warriors have 5 road wins. If you want to lean the Warriors, I get it. You want to take Celtics first half, thinking the Warriors play bad because they've got 5 wins on the road. I understand that as well. No, thank you, Darius. No, thanks. Ricketts, I have a 2.5-year-old and 19-year-old started all over again. Listen, I love little kids. I love when they're small. I see kids my kids call me the baby whisperer. Whether it's because of the shaved head and babies think I'm just a giant baby, I don't know. I love them, but if I could afford a kid, I'd be having my wife still have kids. I'd have one every year if we could. I love them. Sweet little babies. They're great. As they say, small kids, small problems, big kids, big problems. Potty training I could do without, though. Don't like that. I'm not new to betting, and I have an entire family sweating games. It's psychological for me. That's terrible. The whole family sweats their games. Nathan says, Arizona State, yes. And here we go. We're going to wrap this up because I don't want to run into Alley show. Rutgers, Maine, Sam Houston, Omaha, Arizona State. Sixers, although everybody seems to like the Sixers, so Portland by 20, I guess. And that's it for a Thursday Football Friday tomorrow, baby. Let's go.